Welcome to the Blue Mountain Hunting Podcast.
We're not mounting anything. It's the Blue Mountain Hunting Podcast, episode 3.
We're your host. Oh God,
Troy Watkins. This
Dalton
is
Penrod.
also host Dalton Penrod. So today we're gonna run over a little bit of application stuff here. We're in the thick of it.
Right in the middle.
So we're about halfway through this deal, and we're just gonna run through what we've applied for so far. We're going to apply for or build points for. The over-the-counter options we've got, the tags that might show up here that we could draw, the low percentage draw tags, and then finally at the end of this deal we're going to run through our plans for fall of 23 and what we're planning on doing. So I'll let you kick it off, Dalton, with what we've applied for so far.
So far, I have applied for Arizona, elk, and antelope. Unsuccessful. Applied for Idaho spring bear. I drew an unlimited tag. I've applied for Montana deer and elk and antelope. Obviously don't know if I've drawn anything there yet. What else have I applied for? New Mexico. I applied for ibex, elk, mule deer.
That's a chunk of change right there.
That was pretty expendy, that one. Well, at least, hopefully I don't get the money back, but I will if I don't draw. And then Colorado right now.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, so Arizona, elk, there's genuinely not a point in chasing an antelope tag down there, in my opinion. So stuck with elk. In Arizona, the deer and sheep draw will be coming up. Unsuccessful. I skipped out on Wyoming. Just it's not going to fit into my plans, and so I'll continue to build points on that. Then bailed on New Mexico. Also didn't fit into my plans. And so then right now I applied for my bonus point in Colorado, and then deer and elk so far in Montana, and I'll hit the big 3 there: sheep, moose, goat, and then antelope as well once I find out my draw results for the combo. So got that going on. Idaho spring bear, applied for that, didn't draw, but that's all right. I applied for Oregon spring bear, did draw that tag. We covered that in the last podcast, but
Yeah. Are you excited for that?
I am.
You haven't hunted bear in Oregon, have you?
I haven't. But me and Tex Sutphin are hunting together, and he's from that country, and he has some hookups, and we'll see how it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I'm just excited to get out and go hunting. Bear opens on Saturday. It's currently Thursday evening, and so we're just biding our time, getting ready to go kill something, and in the meantime, spending all of my money on applications.
That's no joke, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, mostly what I do is I put it on a credit card, and then.
Well, that's the smart way to do it, especially if you have rewards or whatever.
But I just hate. I'm gonna probably leave the next. I left New Mexico on there, and the Montana that I just put in for. I left them on that card, but I hate getting hit with the fees at the end of the month. So.
Yeah, but
interest charges.
Yeah, it almost would be smart to get a new card every year while you're still in that 0% interest phase.
What card do you use?
I just run it out of my account.
Oh, you don't use a credit card?
No. I need to. I just I'm not a credit card guy. Never have been. Like, it financially it makes sense until you pull a $5,000 tag that you never thought you'd draw, and then you're like, shit, wasn't planning on this.
Right. I mean, it's that way either way.
Yeah, it is,
So,
but
then you just get more time to pay it off, and you can still pay, go to the grocery store and get food for the week after you draw that tag.
Yeah, well, it helps with the off-season training program not being able to eat.
Right? Losing some lbs.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, dude, I'm in pretty good shape.
Dude, I'm getting there.
Have you done any hiking, actually?
No hiking, but...
That's different, kind of.
Oh, it absolutely is. But I'm getting close to the goal weight that I set to be at in August already.
Are you going to maintain? Is that what you want to maintain? Is that weight, or are you?
Well, if I can, I'll go lower. I just set myself a realistic long-term expectation of getting to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And
200?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you are 5'6", huh?
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. No, I'm 6'2".
That's dang.
Tall as shit.
Yeah.
No. At one point last fall, I weighed 228.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And that was the biggest I've ever been.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. But the thing is, if I hit 200, I graduated high school at 195.
Did you?
Yeah.
I graduated at 190.
That for me is not. That's not that far off, honestly. And
yeah, but you've been a steady 215, 220 since high school, right?
Pretty much. I mean, the entire time I lived in town, I was around 210. When I moved out here, I hopped up to 215, 220.
Huh.
But
anyways, we don't need to be going on a super tangent about weight loss, huh?
Yeah,
this isn't the Biggest
exercise.
Loser podcast.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain Exercise.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe we should start a page. We already got enough of them.
Yeah, link in bio.
Link in bio. No, so that's kind of what we got.
Yeah.
In the hopper right now.
I forgot. I have put in for Wyoming deer and elk.
Yeah, well, the deer is not out yet.
I put in for elk and antelope. Sorry.
Antelope isn't either.
Yes.
It was just elk.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah,
honestly, I get them so mixed up.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, it was just outcome because they got the new rule changes coming this year.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so Wyoming's shitty because they hang on to your money for. It feels like 6 months. And it's
time,
like
huh?
3 or 4 legitimate.
Yeah. Until May, huh?
Yeah. And so that sucks. And the whole time you're paying interest, they're gaining interest off your money.
Right.
So it's dumb as shit. They should give you more back than you spend.
Double whammy.
Yeah. So then we're next bullet point here. We're gonna apply, or we're gonna talk about what we're going to apply for.
Yeah.
And
what states are left and
yeah.
What we wanna try and maybe get a tag or build some points in, huh?
Yeah. And so I guess I'll lead off on this one.
Go for it.
So coming up here in April, April 4th is the deadline for Colorado, all species applications, and I'll throw my name in the hat for the single random desert sheep tag there. This year is a points only year in Colorado. It doesn't fit in the schedule, so I'll be applying for a preference point for deer, elk. I don't really bother with antelope, moose, or goats in Colorado. It just the opportunity cost of the money there that I could be placing in another draw or even just a raffle somewhere through some foundation it's not worth it. You can find better odds of drawing a sheep or moose tag in a raffle in some mule deer foundation or something like that than you can applying through the draw in Colorado. So before your name is even considered for moose, sheep, and goat, you're $300 in on points. And then at that point you have maybe 1/100th of a chance to draw a tag. So it's just not worth it for me and
for anybody now.
Yeah, really. Unless you're going to become a resident or are a resident, or you're a extremely high points holder, or you've already got your 3 points and you got to pay a $9 application fee.
Yeah.
There's ways to make it worth it, but for guys like us, it's just not.
No.
Then the antelope deal in Colorado, there's a lot of antelope on the east side of Colorado, and the hunting can be good, but Antelope for me is what I would consider a second tier species.
Yeah.
I've killed a few, and then
I think it's more kind of like a fun.
it's a very fun deal.
Yeah.
But
no stress, you know.
Yeah. That being said, for a decent rifle tag in Colorado, you're 10, 15 points.
Yeah.
Because it's all preference. There's no chance you'll ever draw till you get that. Well, we live next to. We have a border with we don't really live next to it. It's across state with the best antelope state in the country, Wyoming. Right. And then you got the second best one right above it in Montana.
Yeah.
And you have a chance of drawing there every year.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, if I really want to hunt antelope, I can hunt antelope every single year in Idaho with my bow.
Yeah.
And done it, killed a goat, and it's not really something I want to pursue at this time. I want to go shoot them with my rifle with friends or my dad or whoever and have fun, not commit a bunch of time into something that I don't hold a high value to, when really the highest value thing around is your time. And so I'm not going to take time to go hunt antelope when I could be chasing deer or elk. So that's pretty much Colorado. Montana, the deer and elk applications are wrapping up here tomorrow.
Yep.
And
no, the day after. It's the first.
April 1st, yeah.
Yeah.
And so applied for that, which I covered, but then on April 1st, the moose, sheep, and goat opportunities in Montana open up, and your odds of drawing aren't great, but financially it makes sense. You have a chance to draw every year. It's not expensive to throw your name in the hat. And the biggest sheep in the world, biggest Rocky Mountain sheep, come from the Missouri breaks in Montana. Like, if you want to kill a sheep and you're not putting your name in the hat, you're doing it wrong. So, on top of that, like I mentioned before, Antelope in Montana, great opportunity. I do throw my name in the hat there, especially. I'll go there every year. I can get to where I want to hunt in 5 hours from home, but especially on the years that I draw a deer elk combo in Montana general, I want that antelope tag in my pocket. In 2021, in 2021 I had deer elk combo and an antelope tag. Weather got real shitty, like just
still killed one though.
Yeah, well, I was elk hunting and the weather got shitty.
Yeah.
I went down, got in my pickup, drove around for a couple hours, and shot an antelope. Like,
got some hot cocoa, and that's the way to take a break from hunting, right there. Yeah, take a break hunting by going hunting.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Let's pick the less of two evils here. Right. I'd rather drag an animal back to the pickup in the rain than sit on a hill and look for elk. So, no, that's just a really big incentive. And then, since I'm going to be in Montana, and everybody's always asking for elk meat all the time, if I do draw a combo tag, I'm probably going to throw my name in the hat for a B license in Montana for $200 for a cow tag. Yeah. Like, who doesn't like shooting elk?
Who doesn't like eating elk, dude, honestly.
Right. And
we run, like, you don't really run out because your whole family.
Well, fuck, I give so much away. It's unreal.
Yeah. Which I'm not that way. I pretty much only eat the stuff that I kill. I don't really share. I guess guys at work that I share meat with, but for the most part, it's just me eating the meat, and I run out.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Well, like, I kill every year since I graduated high school. I've killed 2 bulls and 2 deer, right? And so, especially those early 20s years, I wasn't even eating 1 bull by myself a year, and even now, I probably don't eat 1 bull a year. I'm right close there. All the good stuff for sure is gone right away. But the burger and stuff lasts a while, and I'm always hurting for it in the summertime. But
so I did my meal prep last week with deer and elk burger.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know I do know what I did differently this year. I did the whole ice aging deal with both my deer and my elk. And super big fan of it.
Yeah. Did you
the best tasting stuff I've had, actually.
When you ground all that meat, did you trim it extremely carefully? Yeah.
I always do. Yeah. I don't, and that's why I don't like help really with my cutting up.
Well, like I trim so much to the point where, like, people would say I'm wasteful. And that's because, like, I don't want to ruin a piece of burger. Like, if I take a bite of a burger and it's shit because my mouth tastes like wax, or
a pound that's gone instead of,
yeah, instead of just a chunk,
quarter of an ounce.
Yeah, so I'm pretty meticulous with it.
Yeah,
but yeah, so the Montana moose, goat, sheep, antelope, possibly a cow tag. We'll see. That's just an iffy deal. Yeah. And then the other one in April coming up is for Kansas, and that is purely going to be based off whether or not I'm invited back.
I was going to say, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, and went to Kansas last December. Great time. Phenomenal time. Like, would go every year. Had so much fun. But it's one of those deals where it's invite only, and hopefully I get an invite. Yeah. We'll see. I might be.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm sure. I would think. I would hope, but I'm also kind of like worried about time off. Like I know I got a lot.
What'd you skip this year to go on that? Oh, you Arizona.
My Arizona deer hunt, which that hurt. That hurted because that's my favorite. Like favorite. It is. I love it. Yeah. I love that hunt. I should have went anyway, but
as much as we say, like, fuck that job, we kind of need it to go hunting.
When I'm coming off 6 weeks of hunting, and at that point it's like, fuck, I gotta pay the bills. Right? I gotta make some money. Yeah. So that's a hopeful, and I'm sure I'll end up applying for it.
I can't wait until that day where we don't have to.
Yeah,
like we got it enough to where we can take those years off. Or
go
back to school to be an accountant.
Yeah, or how about where we just don't have to worry about time off and we can go hunting?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I try and get away with that already, but I push it to the limit. Yeah. So,
I mean, my boss was super ungrateful this year because I killed my deer opening day.
Yeah.
And I come back. I killed my deer, and that was on a Sunday, I think. No, it was on a Monday. It was a Monday opener, I believe. And I was back at work on Tuesday, and I was hunting far away.
Yeah. Yeah, you were other side of the state, far away.
Yeah, and so I was 5.5 hours from my house, from our house, and then 4 hours away from where I work. So it's 9 hours total, and I was back to work 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's
on Monday.
That makes for a long week of work.
It did, but I mean, I wanted to take that extra time off
to hunt
elk, and I didn't kill my elk until the last day.
Yeah, which, you got to kind of commit to that stuff, I guess. Like, I've come back.
Like, when you can, you might as well make the extra effort.
Yeah,
I think
it definitely looks good when you come back early. And
right.
I've also just called in to work and been like, hey, it ain't going great up here. I need to take next week off. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I want to hire somebody this year that I can train. I think that would be super cool for me.
Yeah. Tell they're like, he's better than you at your job.
Hey, I'm all for it. Let's get some competition.
Yeah.
Some good. I've had too much job security for too long, I think.
Yeah. Well, me too.
I'm pretty good at my job, I would say, and I don't know. It's just I also like my job, so it's not. Well, I'm not.
It's a valuable position, high demand position. There's not a lot of guys that can do the job you can, so it gives you the ability to not worry about it, right? Like, you can get away with a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
speaking of jobs, just toot my own horn a little bit. I worked 44 hours straight this week, and
you got a little nappy in.
I did. I got a 2-hour nappy in, and then I also got off I got done with the 44 hours. I guess this morning at 1 o'clock, and then I took another nap, woke up, was in the cow trough by 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then worked till I think I left around 2 or something like that. Came back home, took a little shower. Been doing some application stuff here with Troy and a friend of ours, Michaela. And now we're doing a podcast, and we're gonna wake up in the morning. Oh, you got work. I don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Name drop Michaela. She'll be so excited.
Oh yeah. Shout out Michaela. That's where I guess my photographer. She hasn't been on it with you yet.
No. She's currently up in the air if she gets to go with me, based off recent comments about spot stealing.
Yeah.
We can't have none of that.
Oh, she's gonna tell me. She's gonna be like, "Hey, have you ever been?" I'm not gonna tell you where Troy took me.
But have you ever been?
Have you ever been over here? I'm just gonna send you a little pin action.
Yeah.
You tell me if that looks like a good spot.
I'm gonna turn around and look at her, and she's gonna be like in service, just sending you pins.
Yeah.
My current location.
Yeah. Shared my location.
No.
You're gonna find a little Apple tag in your pickup or something.
Yeah.
I
just
bet
in
she
my
already has one
backpack.
in mine, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's probably selling that stuff to pay for hunts.
I bet.
Oh.
No, she's not.
She's a good girl. Yeah. So possibly Kansas. After that, you have a double deadline. It might not be exactly the same day, but it's right in the ballpark of Nevada and Oregon. I believe Oregon's the 15th and Nevada's the 15th or the 12th. Dalton's young Dalton, young Jamie is gonna.
I just looked at it. I should know, but Nevada is May 10th.
All right, and Oregon should be the 15th.
No.
Oregon all species.
Yeah, it is the 15th.
Right.
I saw Maine. I was like, well, that's not.
So, in my opinion, Nevada is a must-apply state. There's a $220 non-refundable license fee, which is a fairly steep barrier to entry for the terrible odds. But if you
terrible odds,
yeah, if you hit on a tag there,
non-residents, no,
you're having potentially the best hunt of your life.
Yeah,
the trophy quality in Nevada is second to none, especially for elk. The deer is
declining like everywhere.
Yeah,
else.
Everywhere else, but it's still.
You still got good odds.
You still have great potential.
And you got not as terrible odds if you want to do some archery hunting.
Yeah,
deer.
And yeah,
but they're still bad. But
yeah,
you can still,
I got enough points now where I can almost force a draw for like the Ruby Mountains.
An early time.
Yeah, and it sounds fun.
You can kill big deer over there.
Oh yeah, it sounds fun to backpack in and hunt. And August 10th opener.
You know what doesn't sound fun? Carrying your water in there.
Yeah, but I'm at a point now where I'm looking more into muzzleloader stuff than archery.
So have I. I've been actually looking at that quite a bit lately.
Like I'd rather, when I'm dropping this kind of coin, and then also spending the money on, or the points I should say, on these tags, like where I'm going to be reset to 0. I want to go in there and be able to, kill that target animal. And I don't care what anybody says. There's a handful of guys that are going to go make it happen for sure on the animal they want to kill with a bow. Now, muzzleloader, you're significantly increasing your odds. And then rifle, like, I feel like if I have a rifle in my hands, if I see an animal I want to kill, it's dead. Probably 90%.
90%? Would you really say that?
I would say, yeah. Like, I can't think of very many animals that have got away from me.
What?
Yeah. Killer.
How?
Shooters on the...
How do you get there so fast?
Shooters on the street.
You know how many... I mean, I guess I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but I've seen, like, elk, a long ways away, and maybe I don't know exactly what it scores or how big it is, but I've seen, like, oh, man, that's a good elk. And I get over there, no elk. There's no elk there. And I stay there, there's no elk the next day. Like, the elk have gotten away from me that way. Now, if I'm 1,000 yards or a mile away from something, and I've got 2 hours of daylight, sure, I could probably get over there and kill it with a rifle. But I've also seen a lot of big racks running through the timber,
Well, I don't know what it is, like...
My quick scoping skills are much better in modern warfare than they are in real life.
Yeah. Like, I don't... so this probably goes right hand in hand with that. I don't kill very many animals in the morning. Almost the majority of the animals I kill are evening time kills. And I feel like that's because I see an animal I want to kill in the morning and I go and kill it that evening more often than not. And I also don't, like, I very, very rarely still hunt timber. So, like, the odds of a bull getting away through the timber is not very high because I'm just not doing it. I'm really trying to think of the last animal that got away from me with a rifle that I wanted to kill. I made the best shot of my life on a buck a few years ago with Vinny. He about got away. I got luckier than shit. I don't even know how far that shot was.
The reservoir.
Yeah, I was dialed to like 18 MOA and held over his back and dumped his ass. I'm fairly certain it was over 1,000 yards.
Turn out.
It was 8 just. The last range I got on that deer was 725, and he went further than that.
That's nutty.
So, call it luck. That my biggest bull that I killed in Montana almost got away from me.
Oh yeah.
Saw him.
There was a couple bulls in there, wasn't there?
There was a herd of like 200 elk with a hot cow. They're bugling their heads off October 28th.
Really?
Going nuts.
Huh.
That's how I killed him, because I missed him at 600 yards. And the herd split up into two, and I was like, they're gone. Never gonna catch them again.
Not with that.
And I went over
damn cannon that you shoot.
You know, I went over to look.
Oh, that was Texas gun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went over to look for blood.
Same thing, cannon.
And it took me a while to get over there. Well, by the time I got there, they had gone down into a draw, and I thought they would just keep going, just grab gears and go.
They usually do.
Well,
Yeah.
Some bulls started bugling.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
They probably trick us all the time. They're like, they're gone. No, they're at the bottom of the draw.
Yeah.
And hiding.
So I dropped down in there and found some elk, and a raghorn bull stepped out. And I started to...
You think about it?
I started to like, I was laid down on him and everything. I'm like, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I heard a bull bugle as I'm looking at him, and it wasn't him that bugled. Like, sick. There's another bull in here. Let me see.
They sound mean.
And he came up out of a draw, and he was at 400 and just waxed him. So, like, there's been chances for shit to get away. I just, in a long time, I haven't had any animals genuinely get away, and I'm probably going to regret talking about this and thinking about it, because now it's going to happen.
Yeah, you're putting bad juju out.
No, absolutely. Knock on wood. Like,
ow. Anyways,
that was just rock hard ab.
Yeah.
No.
So, what were you talking about? We
were on
Nevada.
We're on Nevada archery potential, but yeah, Nevada's a must apply.
For guys like us, yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it doesn't make any sense that they don't want to pay that $250. You know.
Yeah, and so like how we were talking about antelope earlier, I do throw my name in the hat for antelope in Nevada because you have a chance, right? You have a chance every year. There's quite a few tags given out. Big antelope, and I would definitely enjoy going down and killing one in Nevada. But I'm really there for the deer and elk, and then Nevada gives out more non-resident sheep tags than the rest of the United States combined.
Yeah.
So if you were a sheep hunter, you want to kill a desert, Nevada. You gotta be applying in Nevada.
And in Mexico.
Yeah. Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Oregon. Oregon, for us, is an apply for state. A lot of guys don't because of location and quality.
Yeah, and how terrible they are to non-residents.
Yeah, they give out 5% of their tags to non-residents, and then 2.5% of that goes to potential outfitters.
Yeah. Before
the OTC guys, so it's tough. But
non-refundable license. Yeah.
We could ride a bike to Oregon and be there in 20 minutes. Like, we're applying because of proximity, right? And so...
And because, I mean, I'm sure we would apply if it was a little farther away, too. We need the opportunity. We want the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, and there are things there to go hunt you can't anywhere else except Oregon and Washington. Rosies, blacktails.
Right.
Columbian.
And that's not hard to do.
Yeah, Columbian whitetails.
You can chase a bull every year.
Yeah.
Deer every year.
Yeah. And
you just can't get on to the eastern parts of the states where you're going to try and kill a mule deer. And
yeah. So I'll throw my name in the hat for a real good deer tag.
Yeah.
Won't draw it. I have plans there for an elk tag. I tried to draw last year. Worst drawing odds of all time.
I saw there's a bunch of people out there. I drive by where he's talking about often, and there's a bunch of shit hunters out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bunch.
But yeah, so deer tag, probably not gonna get it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your deer tag.
No, I'm not gonna apply. Like, I'll apply for deer, but I don't plan on drawing.
Yeah.
I'm just too far off. And then elk. Yeah, I'm going to apply. I got a plan. Hoping to draw that tag. Should be a good late season hunt.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to get into too much info. We don't have a big
I
following yet, but
I want to talk about a tag. you know?
So we'll get a little. This goes to show my luck drawing tags. Last year, I tried to draw an Oregon elk tag. There were, I believe, 6 tags given out for the hunt code, and there were 7 applicants at my point level, and I didn't draw. It was 1 out of 7 chance to not get the tag, and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know how terrible that is? You know how dumb that is? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But yeah, so Oregon's on the radar. And if you're applying in Oregon, I'm fairly certain it's like $10 or $8 for an application fee for sheep and goats. Throw your name in the hat. My great uncle drew 2 Oregon sheep tags.
What?
Yeah, that we went. You saw their sheep. We went to their house.
Yeah, but I didn't know he had 2.
There was 2. There was stacked one on top of the other.
I thought he paid for those.
He drew those tags in Oregon.
What?
Yeah.
I remember him. He told me the story about the one, but he didn't say anything about the other one.
Yeah, they're both Oregon Rams.
I don't know.
Book Rams killed, I think, in the 90s or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, they don't give out a lot of tags, but
no,
to non-residents.
Especially not, yeah.
But you got to have your name in the hat. It's all random for the goats and the sheep. You have to put your name in the hat, or you're dumb, and it's an $8 donation. Why not? Why not give it up?
Yeah.
So after that, you got Wyoming deer and antelope.
Would you rather draw a decent sheep tag or an Arizona deer tag?
Well, a decent sheep tag.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so not there.
If I could,
so not there. You give me a strip tag or a Henry Mountains tag.
Yeah, you could draw.
Oh.
You could kill a buck of that caliber anywhere at any time. Like, just get lucky.
Yeah.
You're
going to kill a buck of that caliber.
Maybe. Guys go down there and fuck it up all the time. We just had this conversation on the phone.
Troy,
about guys fucking it up.
Do you think you or I would mess that up?
No, but they
Do
banned.
you think there's anything short of going Lieutenant Dan with my legs that's gonna stop? I don't even think that could stop me.
Both those states ban trail campers.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hire an outfitter?
I don't know. I probably would not.
Yeah, and so we live too far away to be scouting that shit every weekend.
Do we? If we drew a tag?
I am not driving down there every fucking weekend to go look for deer.
We're gonna live there. What are you talking
You might
about?
have to move there to get a tag someday.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not kidding you. I would go live there. My brother lives there. I'd be like, hell, I'll just stay with you, buddy.
I have legitimately thought about in states such as Arizona and Utah, when I get to a point level where I've caught it on the resident side, considered moving there to change long enough to change my residency to grab a tag.
Yeah.
And
I thought we were moving to Alaska, but
I mean, I'm doing all of this.
I guess you were bailing on me.
I'm going to Alaska until I have enough points to draw Henry's tag. And then I got to spend a year down there, okay? Then I'm back to Alaska.
Yeah.
So
you and me move to Canada, buy a bush plane, run a trap line, huh? Kill a buck moose and big old ram.
Yeah, I'm down.
Always
down.
Cheapest.
Yeah, I'm always down. But no, So Wyoming.
You know what you can do?
What?
You ever skin a beaver?
I mean, I've stabbed a few beavers.
Yeah. Well, they smell nasty. Okay.
Yep.
And I mean the real, the ones with the flat tails. Okay. But I don't know. I've skinned tons of stuff like dirty, rotten coyotes and
What do they call that?
all
That
kinds of stuff.
that
Beaver
oil the beavers secrete. It's got its own name. It's
Is it like what? What is it that they secrete?
well, which beaver are you talking
Yeah.
about? Anyway, Wyoming. Deer and antelope applications.
Yeah.
Always applying for antelope in Wyoming.
Heck yeah.
You got to front the cost up front. I said front twice.
You got front that front
Yeah,
cost.
yeah. So for me, for antelope, apply for it.
You just said for me, for antelope too.
Apply for it.
Yeah.
Best antelope state in the country. No reason not
Pretty
to.
good. More antelope than people. Hey.
Maybe not after this winter. They're
Yeah.
dying by the
They're getting
hundred.
killed.
Yeah. But the trophy potential will still be there for the next 2 years.
You're just losing the
Yeah.
fawn crop.
Yeah, your population is going to dip, and
Ebb and flow. Ebb and flow.
antelopes reach full maturity by 3 years old. So 3 years from now, there's not going to be any big bucks.
There's gonna be big bucks.
1 or 2.
You think there's only gonna be 1 or 2 big bucks?
And it's going to take a hard hit. Like
Yeah, I believe it will.
3 years from now,
You can have.
I don't want
4-year-olds.
to have any antelope points in Wyoming is what I'm saying.
All the 4-year-olds are gonna be.
They only live to like 5. They start regressing.
I hate that word. I hate that word. It's regressed animals. Huh?
Yeah. So Wyoming, apply for it. Make a run down there. It's antelope. That's a weekend trip.
Yeah.
Like I will drive all night, get there Saturday morning, drive around, find the antelope I want to kill.
Zoom zoom.
I'm out of there.
Yeah. Shoot it. Drive the truck up to it.
Yep.
Load it.
And
Yeah.
then deer in Wyoming. They're gonna change a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about trying to burn my points.
Are you gonna?
I will see what I hit in other draws. I got some time.
Yeah.
High country September deer hunt. Sounds like a damn good time. There's not really very many.
Deadline's May 31st.
Yeah. There's not very many rut mule deer tags in Wyoming. The good one, almost all of them are extremely high point, if not max draws. So you got to go for that general tag, high country. Get after it. They have the best genetics in the country. They just hunt them hard. So when you find a mature buck, it's going to be big.
Yeah.
Unlike some of these other states where a mature deer might score 150.
Yeah. Like
so,
here.
Yeah. Whereas down there, you find them, you're onto something.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of up in the air. And then
You know what my luck would be? It would be good bad luck, I feel like. I feel like I on a general tag I could put in the work and the effort and yada yada yada. I think I could find a mature deer, right?
yeah,
You know what it would score? Just because.
199.
No. Well, that would be sick.
Oh,
That would be the sickest.
I'd be kind of mad.
I was
are
gonna
you
say 179.
shitting? Oh yeah,
I was gonna say 179.
159.
Which would obviously smoke every deer that I've ever killed.
Yeah.
But
Well, I say 199 because 200 is a gold standard. I'd be so mad if I missed it by an inch.
yeah.
Like I'd be pumped and then pissed,
Yeah.
and then pumped and then pissed.
That's like the story of my life.
Yeah.
Just an inch short.
Yeah. So then I think the last state on my application plan is Arizona, deer and sheep. And you've already got your tag or your license bought for the elk application, which is a must apply for. So that makes the deer and sheep a must apply for. You have a shot of drawing a tag in Arizona. There is a random element to the draw. Put in. And for me, this year anyway, I'm going to avoid the coups. I'm going for a decent mule deer tag and just whatever the best odd sheep tag is. And then we did forget one state, so I got to back up.
Utah?
Utah.
Heck yeah.
Utah is cheap to apply in.
Yep. But that deadline's July 13th.
In Utah?
Yep.
No, it's in April.
No.
Yeah, it's April 29th or something.
It's July 13th for the Denny Bowl elk tags.
Yeah, that's when those are the OTC tags go on sale in Utah. The
Oh, it is.
deadline is in April. Good thing we aren't the authority on draw dates.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's cheap to apply.
It is April 27th.
Yeah. They moved it back this year from, it used to be either into February or into March. But
And I'll be real. I obviously have my go hunt deal and I follow Hunt Cool and all that. I have just reminders set on my
I
phone.
have reminders as well. But
You got a lot better memory for this kind of stuff than I do.
dude, I've spent like so much, and I've actually fallen off this year a little bit, but I've spent so much time researching this shit. Like, so much time. But yeah, back to Utah. It's cheap. A shitload of people apply. There is a random element to the draw, and the deer and elk hunting there can potentially be the best hunt you've ever been on. You draw a Ponsegant or Henry's tag, best deer hunt you'll have.
Mm-hmm.
You draw a Dutton or a Beaver or a Fillmore bull tag, probably the best elk hunt you'll ever go on. You can apply for sheep and moose and goat.
Monsters.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah, and bison, right? Like,
Some bison?
yeah. Bison's expensive to apply for everywhere else except Utah. You just got to pay the application fee.
Yeah.
So yeah, Utah's a must apply for. And then on the general deer side, I pick up points. I've gone on one general deer hunt in Utah, complete shit show. I do want to go back though because, like, this year would be a good year to go back. Well, I might apply for a tag actually, like a muzzleloader tag down there or something, and just burn those points. If I don't have time to go, I don't have time to go. But record snowfall, record antler growth down in that southern Utah country. You don't have to worry about winter kill in those very south units, but yeah, it could be the year to have a tag and go. Just to reiterate how good the hunting is in Utah. Landowner tags for the Ponsegant right now are going for $70,000.
It's a lot of dollars.
Yep. And so
My voice just cracked like I was 13.
yeah, I look like it sometimes. Yeah. So fairly certain that wraps up my application season. When we get through all that, I'm gonna be broke as hell.
I've just got 2 more actually. I'm not putting in for Utah. I am putting in for Washington.
Why aren't you putting in for Utah? You already bought the license.
I did buy the license. I just
It's
all just a jumbled up mess. I know for sure. I don't think I'm putting it.
You need to. Like
Uh-huh.
I say, there's a random element to it. And do you not want your name in a hat for a Henry's deer tag?
Well, duh.
Okay. Application fees all you gotta pay.
Yeah, I do have a license because we went down there already. Huh?
Yeah.
But I'm putting in for Washington also.
You know you have to upfront the cost of a bull tag in Washington.
I do know that.
You'll have an OTC Washington elk tag.
Yeah.
That's $600 non-refundable just to put in for the draw.
But nobody else does. Like,
That is not. They do not give out a lot of tags.
Yeah.
Like the draws are still shit.
they are. But I feel like everyone's like, they hear that, they gotta put up front the cost.
There's a reason it said so much.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Idaho guys complain about Washington guys,
Yeah.
even though I think a lot of it is bullshit. And me and you have talked at nausea about non-residents,
Right.
and we have the same feeling on it. But there's a reason those dudes bounce from their own state.
Yeah.
There's a reason nobody ever, except Ryan Lampers, has killed a 200-inch deer in Washington.
Like in an opening in the trees that is a foot wide.
Yeah,
You kill
like
200-inch deer or whatever.
Yeah, there's a reason Washington sucks. And I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying, like, Utah over Washington, Nevada over Washington, Oregon over Washington,
Yeah,
every
I'm
state
putting it all
over
over.
Washington, all of them.
And California.
You're going to apply in California? For what?
Bear.
Well, throw your name in the hat for elk.
Yeah.
They give out one non-resident elk tag
A year.
to everyone.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know.
A lot of years it's a cow tag.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It's nuts.
But there's big bears down there, dude.
Oh, giant bears.
And the bear hunting's pretty good, I hear. I have driven down to Tulare from here every year except for this year for a long time. And I've seen some good looking country, and I just think it'd be, nobody thinks of California as a hunting destination.
It's because it's
a
not,
bunch of.
but
Yes, it is.
it
can be.
shit destination. Honestly, I like bear hunting. I like killing bears.
Yeah.
Like
I want to kill a big bear. You know what I mean?
yeah,
A big one.
I'm just thinking now, like
Pennsylvania.
no, I'm not flying somewhere to shoot a bear.
You applied somewhere to shoot a bear this year.
I said I'm not flying somewhere to shoot a bear, but no, like I don't even know if California offers a spring tag. I don't think they do.
I don't know. Yeah, I know you can't bait no hounds.
Yeah, if they gave out a spring tag in California, I'd go. I would definitely go hunt bears in California in the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's it take to get to California from here? 8 hours to the northern end?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit more than that, I think. I think it's about 9.5 or something like that.
Memorial Day weekend, going to California, gonna try and kill a bear. Like that, why not?
Heck yeah.
I'm down.
The moral of the story is more tags. And if there's a state that's got tags to give,
I'm in it.
we're
to
pretty
win
much
it.
applying. Yeah.
Avoid the Dakotas.
Yeah.
The quality is not worth the time.
Cost.
Yeah, the time, the cost, anything. I at one time looked into applying for them.
I did too. I thought I was going to be all sneaky. And I was
and it just
it wasn't panning out. Also, I have a sour taste in my mouth of that. North Dakota.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I imagine so, but like, why drive through?
All the good hunting to get there.
Yeah, why drive
And well,
past?
It does make sense if you don't have any.
If you're coming from back east, it makes sense because that's the first place you hit.
Right. But I mean, it makes sense for if we don't have a tag in Montana, then driving through it makes sense.
If I don't have a tag in Montana
this year,
I'm going to have a tag somewhere.
Maybe.
For sure.
Well, I don't know what you mean by like. I'm sure you'll have a tag, like you'll have an Idaho tag or two. But like just saying that because you don't draw Montana tags means you're going to get other tags.
Well, yeah, because
That's
I'll
true.
alter my applications to get myself a tag. Like if I
Earn
didn't,
some points.
yeah, if I didn't have, if I struck out on a Montana on a year I was planning on going, I got Wyoming. I don't have to apply for a tag with lower percentage chance to get it. I'll apply for a tag with 100% chance to get it and go hunt my guts out.
But you're too late.
No, the Wyoming deer?
No, elk I was talking.
Well, we're not hunting elk in North Dakota.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking elk. I was thinking elk the entire time. Not like when we first started talking, I was like mule deer in the breaks. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And I mean in the
Just
Badlands.
somewhere in the head it switched out.
Yeah. And then because we started talking about getting more tags, and my mind immediately goes more elk tags, more elk tags, more elk tags.
I do the same thing. I kind of wish I had more deer tags all the time. Because I'm like, these things are easy to pack out.
Isn't that amazing? But they're so sneaky.
They're sneaky
little snakes, you know?
Sneaky snakes.
They're hard as shit to see sometimes, too.
Yeah, it ain't easy.
Yeah.
I mean...
Dude, I, like, going back to last year when I was hunting, I found that deer in the morning, and I watched him bed in this little tiny, just patch of aspens. Little tiny. Like, right up on a little bench. You can see, like, the whole thing was probably like 50 yards by 50 yards. I'm like, oh, he's in there. Cool. Stayed on that glassing knob, which was not very far from the pickup. But I stayed there, took a little napski, and I'm watching, and more deer coming out. And I'm like, oh, sweet, okay, he's going to come out anytime, start feeding, because every other deer is out. There's like 40 does that I can see, and I can see 3 points, 2 points, and I saw another 4-point way off, but he looked smaller. But I sat there and watched that deer, or that patch in the spot. I had to put the spotting scope on it eventually to see it good enough to where I could see if he was going to come out. And he didn't come out until, like, I could barely see that he was coming out of there.
Yeah.
And he's the only, I'm sure he was he's the biggest deer in that. Canyon, but I'm sure he was the last deer out. Everything was out hours beforehand.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Stupid deer.
how they operate.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
hate
they're
that.
the biggest one.
Well, he wasn't that big, but
Well, he's the biggest one there.
yeah.
No, so yeah, run us through the rest of your stuff. We got sidetracked on me talking you into applying for Utah because you already spent the money on the license.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll apply for everything, honestly. But I'm pretty much in the same boat as you are. I plan on applying for Nevada. Plan on applying for, like I said, California, Oregon. I don't plan I'm building points in Colorado this year. I don't have any points there, but I'm going to build a point. I'll probably go there next year. Maybe like a late season deal for deer. So far, kind of what I wanted. If everything works out, I'll be hunting elk and deer in Idaho, mule deer, whitetail.
Oh, easy.
What?
That's next. Plans are next. You got to finish your applications and what you're doing in the states.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're gonna run back. We're gonna run it back.
We're at 50 minutes right now.
That's all right.
You have a long one?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see them be around an hour. When I'm listening to a podcast,
Yeah.
very seldom do I think these are too long.
Yeah, I don't either, hardly.
So I don't, if somebody's
Unless
gonna make
the
it
dude-
to this
and-
point, they're gonna seems like they'd enjoy it, or they
Right.
just really like us.
I know myself, and I know the kind of voices that I like to listen to, like that don't bother me, because I have a thing about that.
Yeah.
And I know my voice is one of the ones that I would just hate it.
Why? It's so silky
Yeah,
smooth
it's
like
not.
butter.
I can hear myself trying to change the way that I sound, because when you hear yourself.
We're still working on our radio voices, You
Yeah.
gotta, send your
Ease
voice
into
out.
it.
You gotta really
Broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that everybody can hear you when you speak, and you gotta enunciate your words properly,
Clearly.
precisely,
Yeah.
at all times.
Oh, yeah. Your
Anyway.
dictation's got to be didactic.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so applied for Montana. That's already done. Applying for Colorado here in a minute. Let me open this up.
Oregon, Nevada,
Yeah.
Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, moose, sheep, and goat,
Yep.
Arizona,
Yes.
and
Sheep and deer. And then in Idaho, I will be applying for moose.
I left out Idaho as well.
Moosin'.
We'll circle back around.
We always forget the stuff closest to us.
Yeah.
Neglect it.
Well, I mean, we're on the subject. I'll just say right now, I'm also applying for a moose tag in Idaho. But if
they're all gonna die, people.
Yeah,
So if you live
legitimately.
here, you should probably hunt them while you can.
if you want to kill a Shiras moose, start applying
in
now.
Idaho, yeah.
Because wolves, ticks, brain disease, all this shit, mostly wolves,
Mostly wolves.
is leading to the downfall of moose.
Yeah. Well, you know what's really cool? There's a nice, big, good trophy quality moose population in Colorado. You know what we should do?
Let's turn some wolves out.
Let's turn some wolves loose.
Let's do that.
With no management
Wait.
in mind.
Colorado already did that.
Oh,
Dang.
would beat us to the punch.
Yeah. So
Bunch of numbskulls.
I'll just do a little while you're thinking about what you're
Yeah.
gonna say here. I'll do a little backstory on the Idaho moose. In the last 10 years, the amount of permits has gone from over 800 to, I believe, 520 or so. There used to be over 100 cow tags given out. There's 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
The population of moose in Idaho is declining steadily at an impressive rate.
Rapidly.
And it's kind of just laid out there in the numbers. In the next 10 years, there won't be moose hunting in Idaho except in maybe 1 or 2 units. So if you want to get in on the moose hunting, do it now and kill a moose in Idaho, because it's not going to last forever. And
You know when would be a good time to apply?
now,
Next year.
after I get a
After I get a tag this year.
Well,
So,
just apply for unit 1. Big
yeah.
bulls up there.
Big old.
Big bulls. Lots of tags. I think they give out like 20 tags
Right.
up there. Like,
Yeah.
get
No
after
wolves.
it.
There's
Yeah.
not any wolves up there.
No
either.
wolves up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Little utopia for
Yeah.
wolf for moose.
Yeah. And then, so the other thing in Idaho, I will be applying for a fall bear tag, and I might apply for an unlimited archery antelope tag. I can't apply for deer, elk, or rifle antelope, and that unlimited archery antelope is kind of just something in my pocket where if I end up working half a day in September, or I kill an elk opening weekend and I don't have anything to do, I've got a fallback to fill in my weekends of hunting in my free time. Just going to chase around, speed goats with a bow. Potentially the most frustrating hunt you can do, but it's still a hunt, and I'm here for it. So, anyway.
I don't know, you ever hunt split tail?
Not that frustrating.
Not that frustrating.
Not that frustrating.
You ever been successful?
Yep.
Real frustrating. Anyways, how much do you think you're going to spend in applications this year? You calculate it yet?
No, I tried.
How much have you spent so far?
Oh, I'm over $2,000.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
Just my.
I'll be well over 2,500 in just applications, and then the other tags I'll be buying will push me. I'll be probably close to 35 to $4,000 on total cost of tags and applications for the year.
Mine's gonna be significantly higher than that, just because of the New Mexico stuff, really.
Yeah. Does it count though if it gets refunded?
Oh, I just meant
it
spending
counts.
it now.
Yeah, it counts as it goes. It's outgoing.
Yeah, I paid for it. Okay, and I gotta
Yeah.
pay the interest on it. So
Yeah.
but I'll probably be with refunds and everything. Hopefully not. You know.
Yeah.
How
Obviously.
sick would it be? Would
So
you go
just-
with me? You would go with me to hunt ibex, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
I would be
go with you.
So cool.
I'd go with you to hunt elk down there.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Any of the exotics and an elk tag and antelope, I'm in.
I really want to kill an oryx, dude.
It'd be a good time.
Yeah.
It'd be a real good time.
Yeah.
We should just get some of them OTC tags and
Try and go get one.
find one. We'll go in like February next year when it's just shit.
Right. Just keep the hunts rolling.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so for me, I've got the Colorado next, Wyoming, Utah as well, eh? I'm not doing Kansas because I don't have a little property to hunt over there like some people. Idaho moose. Yeah, Nevada, putting in for everything down there. Oregon also. I'm just basically building points though. Other than that, putting in for Wyoming. I really want to. I'll get after the antelope this year. I think it'd be good to.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. How's that whiskey?
Strong.
Yeah.
You want a drink?
No.
You should. That should be the rule. Is
It's a stupid rule.
when we podcast, we have a whiskey drink.
You do.
Whiskey and water. I know you like those.
I do like me whiskey. You know what? You know why I'm not drinking right now, Troy?
Why?
Because I do love whiskey and water. We both know that.
Oh, I bet these podcasts would be more entertaining.
Probably.
So
what?
you rolled through what your applications, where you're gonna apply and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Utah. I guess I forgot Utah.
we'll roll into the over-the-counter stuff that we know we're gonna get.
Yeah. I want to go first.
Okay.
So for sure, this year I will be hunting. I'll have 2 elk tags. I'll have an archery tag and a rifle tag in Idaho. I'll have a.
Well, you can't say for sure till that second one's in your hand, but more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I guess what I'm planning on having.
Yeah.
I guess I can say because the same thing could happen with Montana.
Yeah.
This is what I plan on hunting. I plan on hunting 2 elk in Idaho, archery, and rifle. I plan on hunting general season mule deer, which is a for sure thing, and I plan on hunting whitetail with my dad and a couple of my cousins. And also, I'll plan on getting combination license in Montana. So that's deer and another deer and elk. Antelope tag also in Montana. I got a pretty good chance of that. And antelope tag in Wyoming. I hope I draw in Wyoming for
elk too. I did put in for that, so
Oh
No.
my god.
it'll be fine.
Anyway, we had to take a short break. Well, we're back. Just wrapped up Dalton's 23 hunt plans. We'll
Yeah.
run through mine. So,
Wait, we didn't. I've got a contingency.
contingency.
I want to go through my contingency.
Contingency.
Actually, it's not a contingency, really. It's like everything goes so perfectly, and I still have, like, my knees aren't blown out or my back.
Wow. that could happen before season.
Yeah. Good thing I'm a solo hunter, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways, if everything goes super perfect, or, you know, maybe I don't get, that slim chance I don't get those Montana tags or whatnot, I will be doing some general season stuff in Oregon. So I work there, and I'm not that far away from it when I'm working, so I can go to towards the coast and hunt some blacktail, some Roosevelt elk, and I think that would be really fun. And I think it'd be good for me to learn a little bit more about elk hunting and that thicker stuff. Get some rosies up in there.
It'd be fun. It would. That would be a fun hunt, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's one of those that we should just make time and go do that.
Dude, you should. I've got the stuff. We can go do it. Places and everything. I've been
Oh,
looking.
and you hear these fall 23 plans of mine, and you're like, you don't have time.
Yeah.
So
What about mine makes you think I have time? I guess not really. I don't have time.
I'm about to list off potentially double the tags.
What?
Yeah. So
How are you gonna hunt that?
just how's the posi track working a Hemi? It just
It
does.
just does.
So off the rip, we got the guaranteed tags I will get no matter what. Idaho rifle elk and an Idaho mule deer tag. Second up on that is going to be my second tags, if I can get them, is going to be an archery elk tag, which could turn into a rifle elk tag if I draw a moose tag. Probably not going to draw a moose tag, so we're going to call it an archery elk tag. And then I'm going to throw a whitetail tag in my pocket as well, if I can, which I
How
should
sad
be
is
able
that?
to.
I didn't even
You didn't even consider it as a
that I would
possibility.
draw.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's sad or just you can't be disappointed if you're never
Yeah.
if you keep your expectations low.
Right. Oh shit.
So then we both have 2 points in Montana, which last year drew out at 97% for the general combo. And so that's why we can somewhat bank on getting these tags.
Mm-hmm.
Though if anybody's not going to draw, it's going to be one of us. Which
Imagine
is
both of us.
oh my god.
You know, we're going there. We're gonna go into the game and fish office, and we're gonna cause a ruckus.
I'm going to be like, what did Idaho tell you?
Yeah.
What did they tell you about me?
Who did this to
Yeah.
you?
So plan on being in Montana. Hopefully that antelope tag pops as well, and I draw that and can shoot a goat while I'm there. And then
What were your odds? 13?
no, they're better than that.
Were they?
Yeah.
No, that was the one you said you were going to. I thought you were putting in for one that was 13.
I think it's 30.
The one you did put in for was?
No, the one that I put in for in 21 and drew was like 60%.
Oh.
The odds are getting worse every year.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Everywhere.
so I got those 4 tags in Idaho, plus fall bear tag in Oregon potentially if I want to in August, and then potentially that Montana antelope tag, or not Montana, that Idaho archery antelope tag.
Yeah. You'll have a bear tag in your pocket, eh?
Yeah, so there's 7 tags right there, and then on top of that, the Oregon tag. I should draw this tag, this Oregon elk tag. Like, I'm now at a point level higher than I was last year. I will be the highest point holder unless somebody jumps in with more that has never applied there, ever. I don't know why they would. I'm the highest point holder. Starting to get a little worried about this.
You're just getting offensive about it already.
Yeah, don't.
Why would you even apply there?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oregon. That bumps me up to 4 elk tags, 2 deer tags, and potentially 2 antelope tags for sure, 1. And then on top of that, I'm gonna have either a Kansas or Arizona deer tag.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to tell you about that too. Garrett and I.
You're gonna go hunt.
We're gonna try to. Yeah.
It's fun. It's
Yeah, so
like
my brother
the most
Garrett,
fun time.
Yeah, he lives in Arizona, in southern Arizona, and it'd be cool if I go down there and hunt with him.
Yeah.
He does like bow hunting, so.
Yeah, it's such a good time. Like, so much fun.
Yeah. And makes it a lot more practical to have a family member that lives down there who has a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that just cuts the cost of a rental right out of it.
right out.
All you gotta do is buy your tag and
just gotta get there.
Yeah. So, and then so I'm gonna end up with 3 deer tags for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 4. And
What do you mean 3 for sure?
well, 2 Idaho.
Is that for sure?
Yeah, 90%.
Okay, so why are you giving me a hard time about it?
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got to.
No, I'll have 3 for sure because I'll either have a Kansas or an Arizona tag. Or both.
That's only 2. You got Idaho, General.
Yeah.
And a Kansas or.
I'll have them both if I don't get 2 in Idaho.
Really?
Yeah.
You would?
Fuck yeah.
But that's the time.
I don't care. I'll quit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, don't hold me to that.
But
yeah.
Safety. You gotta say safety.
So 3. I'm gonna have 4 elk tags.
Yeah.
Hopefully 3 deer tags.
When are we gonna?
And when I say hopefully, I mean like I feel like I have a really good chance of drawing these tags.
Yeah.
If not a guaranteed shot on a lot of them. And then the last one that is kind of a wild card for me is Utah is swapping some of their limited entry bull tags to over-the-counter hunts. And
get in on that the first year.
Get in on it the first year.
I heard about that.
If some, like, that first part of October when this hunt is going to be is a time I like to go hunt with friends. I apply a lot of my friends in Idaho for that time of year because it's an open slot in the schedule. Mm-hmm. And if none of them draw, I'll buy the tag and go hunting. If some of my friends draw or one of them, I'll probably just focus on helping them hunt. And so that's the plan. Pretty much wrapped up nice and neat. If everything goes according to plan, I'll have 4 to 5 elk tags and 3 deer tags.
Yeah. You know what people are going to start wondering?
Yeah.
They're like, how many of these hunts are these 2 guys that love hunting more than anything else? How many of them are going to be shared hunts? How many hunts are they going on together? The answer is 0. We don't hunt together, ever. If one of us has a tag, we'll go.
We'll go hunting together.
We both have a tag.
Yeah, on a good... Yeah. If one of us gets a good tag, or the other one doesn't have anything going on, right, we'll go hunt together. But
that's rare.
Yeah,
and especially like this year, there's no way that one doesn't have, the other person doesn't have something.
Yeah, like my schedule is legitimately packed from starting in mid-August till some years through into January. Like shit gets wild, and I like it that way. But no, so we're looking at 10 tags in my pocket.
It's a lot of tags.
Yeah, it's a good time.
A lot of tags.
Good times.
I don't even know if I can afford to fuel the ammunition for that many tags.
10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah.
10 rounds. Well, not even.
Not me.
9 rounds, 1 arrow.
I'm a double tap kind of guy. And the arrows are even worse.
Yeah. Shit's expensive. At least you can pick those up off the ground.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of the rundown for application season in fall 23, what the plan is and what we're going to do. And, yeah, don't expect to catch us after August 1st doing anything but hunting.
Yeah, they're going to have to be, we're going to have to start doing remote podcasts, huh?
Yeah.
Be in different spots.
Yeah. Have to drive to the top of the mountain for service.
Yeah.
Oh, I did forget to mention that second half of October I'll be taking real good friends on an elk hunt with me. I always let them shoot first. And just works out.
Who?
Leah and her dad.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
That's been
Old Leroy.
Yeah. That's been a fun deal the last couple of years. And she's been very successful.
Nice.
So, anyway, that's it, guys. It's getting late here. Podcast number 3 is done. Hopefully you enjoyed it, listened all the way through. Like we said in the last podcast, we're still growing and trying to make this work.
Hey, we're a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
You just don't show off the bat.
One of these days we'll be fully erect and ready to roll.
We'll erect this podcast, you know, little by little.
Yep. So, if anybody has any feedback or criticism, constructive or good or whatever,
don't give me any lip now. I'm serious. I'm tired right now.
Let us know. Or potentially, if there's somebody out there that wants to thinks they have a good podcast topic and they want to come on and talk with us, whether it's a debate type of deal or pretty much anything except asking us to take you hunting, we're in. And even then, I might still take you hunting. I don't know. Probably would.
You know how much more likely I am to take somebody when they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, I've got this tag. I want to go check this out.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you could help me figure out something over here?" Not like, take me to your spot where you spent time and effort finding animals.
Yeah.
You know?
And so, like, I don't roll that way. When I take somebody hunting, it's like, I'm going to put you in for this tag. I'm going to plan this deal, and we're going to go do it, and we're going to be successful because you let me plan it.
Yeah. I also hate that. I hate being the one that's more excited about their tag.
Well, but
like last year, you know, we were both more excited.
He was pretty excited.
Who was more excited?
Jake. He was pretty excited.
Really?
Yeah, for a guy that doesn't get excited about anything ever, he was pretty excited.
I don't care.
That was max excitement for him.
Yeah.
He had a good time until we packed it out.
Yeah. He got a little down in the dumps for a minute.
I can't make it, guys.
I can't make it. Yeah, it's okay. I'll take the load for you, Jake. You just lose all my shit. How about that?
You take lots of loads from Jake, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said, thank you for listening, all of our 34 current viewers.
You know what? We
really
appreciate each and every one
the
of you.
shit out of you guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you got any feedback, let us know. Either one of us. So, I'm fairly certain every single person that's listened so far has our phone numbers.
I'm almost positive. I think probably my mom's just like getting different devices and listening to it on there, trying to support us.
Well, we had one listener from Germany.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they have our number or not.
Could be Stefan.
Or
what was that gal's name? The one that didn't shave her armpits?
Julia,
yeah. Threw me for a loop, buddy.
Yeah.
13-year-old me was like, what?
What are you doing?
That's more than I got.
Well, that lasted till you were 24.
It lasted till now, dude. Not my fault, okay?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. We appreciate it.